miracles are not rare events. They are natural expressions of the divine flowing through you every single day. When you begin to align with the frequency of miracles, life stops being a struggle and it's becoming a dance of joy, abundance, and ease. Everything around you shifts the moment you shift within. Miracles begin with your belief, and that belief is the seed from which everything beautiful in life grows. When you look around, you may think miracles are rare, reserved only for extraordinary moments, or for other people who seem luckier than you. But the truth is, miracles are always present. They are woven into the very fabric of existence. The sunrise, the way your heart beats without you asking it to, the smile of a stranger, the healing of an old wound, the love that finds you when you least expect it. These are miracles, gentle reminders that life is more magical than we allow ourselves to believe. The reason so many people feel cut off from miracles is not because they don't exist, but because doubt clouds their vision. When you carry thoughts like, "Good things never happen to me," or "I'll never have enough," you are tuning yourself into a frequency where miracles cannot reach you. Imagine a radio station playing the most beautiful music in the world, but you are tuned to the wrong frequency. It doesn't mean the music isn't there. It only means you can't hear it. The same is true for miracles. They are constantly playing, constantly available, waiting for you to tune in through belief. Belief is powerful energy. It shapes how you see the world and how the world responds to you. When you believe life is against you, you will notice problems, obstacles, and setbacks everywhere. When you believe life is for you, the same world suddenly looks different. Opportunities appear, solutions arrive, and doors open where there were once only walls. The outer reality hasn't changed, your inner belief has. That inner shift is what creates space for miracles. Think of belief as the soil of your inner garden. If the soil is dry and full of weeds of doubt, the seeds of miracles cannot grow. But if the soil is rich with trust, love, and openness, then even the smallest seeds blossom into something extraordinary. What you believe is what you water, and what you water will grow. If you water your faith every day with affirmations like, "Life loves me," "I am open to blessings," and "Everything is working out for my highest good," you create fertile ground where miracles can bloom. Miracles don't always arrive in the way you expect. Sometimes they come as quiet shifts, gentle nudges, or unexpected kindness. A friend calls you at the exact moment you need support. An idea flashes through your mind that changes the course of your life. The money you need suddenly appears. The healing you've prayed for finally begins. These are not coincidences. They are the universe's way of responding to your belief. The moment you start trusting that life is working in your favor, you align yourself with this flow of divine timing. Belief also requires patience. Many people give up too soon, thinking nothing is happening. But just as a seed takes time to sprout, miracles unfold in their own season. You may not see the evidence immediately, but the moment you choose belief, the energy begins to shift. Invisible threads are moving, doors are being prepared, and the right people are being guided toward you. If you can hold onto your faith even when you cannot see the result, the miracle will arrive exactly when you need it most. It is also important to remember that belief is not about forcing or straining. It is about softening, relaxing, and trusting. Miracles come when you are aligned, not when you are desperate. Desperation pushes them away, but faith draws them closer. So breathe deeply and remind yourself, I don't have to know how. I only need to believe that life will show me the way. That gentle trust is what makes miracles possible. Every time you choose belief over fear, you raise your vibration. You step into the frequency where blessings flow easily. You begin to notice small wonders again. The laughter of a child, the beauty of the sky, the peace in your own breath. When you recognize these small miracles, you are telling life, "See you, I am grateful. I am ready for more." And life, being endlessly generous, responds with greater gifts. So let today be the day you release your doubts and step into belief. Believe that you are worthy of love. Believe that you are capable of healing. Believe that abundance, joy, and peace are your natural state. Believe that life is conspiring to bless you in ways beyond your imagination. And as you hold on to that belief, watch how miracles start to unfold in your life. Quietly at first, then powerfully, until everything changes. Your thoughts are magnetic, and every idea image and word you repeat in your mind is like a signal you are sending out into the universe. Just as a magnet naturally attracts what is aligned with it, your mind attracts experiences, people, and opportunities that match the quality of your thinking. If you constantly think thoughts of fear, lack, and limitation, then you draw more of those same conditions into your life. If your thoughts are rooted in love, abundance, and gratitude, then you invite blessings, opportunities, and miracles to come closer. Most people do not realize how powerful their inner dialogue really is. They go through their days repeating stories like, "I'll never have enough money," or "nothing good ever lasts," and then they wonder why life feels heavy. They believe they are victims of chance, when in truth they are powerful creators, magnetizing circumstances that reflect their inner state. Life mirrors back what you hold in your mind with the greatest consistency. Your outer world is simply the echo of your inner thoughts. When you shift your inner dialogue, everything else begins to change. Imagine your mind as a broadcasting tower, constantly transmitting signals. If the signal is full of worry, it is weak and distorted, and it attracts more of what makes you worry. But if the signal is strong with faith, joy, and love, the vibration carries clearly into the universe and draws back experiences that affirm your positive state. You cannot always control what happens outside of you, but you can always choose the quality of the thoughts you send out. One of the most important things to understand is that your mind does not know the difference between what is real and what is imagined. If you spend time imagining failure, your body feels the stress, your emotions respond with fear, and you begin to attract confirming evidence in your daily life. But when you imagine success, when you visualize yourself healthy, loved, and prosperous, your body begins to relax, your heart opens, and life starts arranging itself in harmony with that inner picture. You become a magnet for the reality you dare to imagine. Think about how often your thoughts wander. Do you catch yourself replaying old hurts? Do you worry about what might go wrong tomorrow? Every time you allow your thoughts to dwell on negativity, you are charging that vibration with your energy. Over time, it builds momentum, and eventually, it shows up in your life. But here is the beautiful truth. The moment you choose a new thought, the magnet shifts. You redirect your energy toward what you truly want instead of what you fear. Start by becoming aware. Awareness is the first step in reclaiming your power. Notice the words you repeat in your mind. Notice the feelings those words create. If a thought makes you feel small, heavy, or hopeless, it is not serving you. Release it and replace it with a thought that uplifts you. For example, instead of saying, "I am always unlucky," choose, "Life supports me in unexpected ways." Instead of thinking, "I will never heal," affirm, "Every day I am growing stronger." These new thoughts carry a higher vibration, and when repeated consistently, they begin to magnetize experiences that match their truth. Gratitude is one of the most magnetic thoughts you can cultivate. When you focus on what is already good in your life, You send out a vibration of abundance, and abundance multiplies. It is as if the universe hears your thankfulness and says, "Here, take more of this." A grateful mind does not deny the challenges of life, but it refuses to dwell on them. It chooses to place attention on what is working, what is beautiful, and what is possible. This magnetic energy makes miracles possible. Love, too, is an incredibly magnetic force. When you choose loving thoughts about yourself and others, you radiate a frequency that draws kindness, connection, and harmony into your world. Even when life is not perfect, when your mind is anchored in love, you attract solutions instead of problems, understanding instead of conflict, and healing instead of pain. Love is the highest frequency, and your thoughts can bring you into alignment with it at any moment. Remember also that repetition strengthens the magnet. A single positive thought is like a spark, but repeated positive thoughts are like a fire that cannot be ignored. The more you practice affirmations, the more your mind becomes trained to think in alignment with your desires instead of your fears. Over time, you will notice that your reality begins to reshape itself, not by accident, but because your magnetic thoughts are pulling in the very life you have been affirming. So let today be the day you become conscious of the energy you are sending out. Remind yourself often, my thoughts are magnetic. I am attracting joy. I am attracting love. I am attracting prosperity. I am attracting peace. With each repetition, you are strengthening the magnetic pull of your mind, and you are inviting into your life the blessings that match your new vibration. Gratitude unlocks the flow of life, opening invisible doors and allowing blessings to pour into your world with grace. It is one of the simplest yet most powerful practices you can ever embrace. When you choose to live with gratitude, even in the smallest moments, you align yourself with the energy of abundance. You begin to notice the good that was always around you, but hidden behind layers of worry, comparison, or dissatisfaction. Gratitude does not just change what you see. It changes how you see, and in that shift, everything begins to flow. When you wake up in the morning and whisper, "Thank you," you are sending a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more. Gratitude acts as an invitation. Life listens to your appreciation and responds by multiplying the very things you are grateful for. If you give thanks for your health, you begin to notice your body healing and growing stronger. If you give thanks for your relationships, love deepens. If you give thanks for financial blessings, opportunities arise to expand them. Gratitude tells life, "I see your gifts and I am ready for more." It is easy to focus on what is missing, what is wrong, or what has not yet shown up. Many people spend their lives waiting to be grateful, waiting for the perfect job, the perfect partner, the perfect moment. But the secret is that gratitude is not something you wait for. It is something you practice right now, even before the big miracles arrive. By being thankful for what you have, however small, you unlock the flow for bigger blessings to come. The more you appreciate, the more reasons you are given to appreciate. Gratitude is also deeply healing. It shifts your mind out of fear and into trust. When you feel anxious, your thoughts are often stuck in what could go wrong. But when you pause and count your blessings, you remind yourself that life has already taken care of you in countless ways. This creates a sense of safety, of peace, and it allows your heart to soften. Gratitude does not erase challenges, but it gives you the strength to move through them with grace. It reminds you that even in difficulty, there is still beauty to hold on to. Think of gratitude as water for the soul. Just as plants cannot thrive without nourishment, your spirit cannot flourish without appreciation. A heart without gratitude dries out, becoming brittle and easily broken. But when you water your life with thankfulness, even the smallest joys blossom into something extraordinary. A simple meal becomes a feast. A kind word becomes a treasure. A quiet walk becomes a holy moment. Gratitude transforms the ordinary into the miraculous. Another truth about gratitude is that it brings you into the present moment. So often, the mind runs into the future, chasing what has not yet happened, or into the past, replaying what cannot be changed. Gratitude anchors you here and now. When you say, "I am thankful for this breath, this day," this moment, you reclaim the power of presence, and it is only in the present that miracles unfold. Gratitude opens your eyes to the gift of now, the only place where life truly exists. You do not need to wait for something dramatic to feel grateful. Start small. Be thankful for the roof over your head, the air you breathe, the people who care about you, the lessons you have learned, the opportunities still ahead. Every thank you adds another stone to the bridge between where you are and where you want to go. Even when things are not perfect, there is always something to appreciate, and that appreciation creates momentum. Gratitude also changes your relationships. When you appreciate the people around you, they feel seen, valued, and loved. This strengthens the bond between you and draws more kindness and affection into your life. A simple thank you can heal wounds, soften anger, and create harmony where there was once tension. Gratitude reminds you that love is always present if you choose to see it. The flow of life is abundant and generous, but it responds to the energy you carry. If you dwell on lack, the flow seems blocked. If you live in gratitude, the flow rushes in. Each day is an opportunity to choose which current you wish to stand in. Gratitude places you in the stream of joy, abundance, and miracles, while ingratitude keeps you on the shore of dissatisfaction. The choice is always yours. So let today be the day you begin to thank life for everything, even the challenges, because they too bring growth. Thank your body for carrying you. Thank your mind for dreaming. Thank your heart for loving. Thank the universe for every breath, every sunrise, every lesson, and every blessing. As you practice this, you will feel the flow of life quicken around you, carrying you gently but powerfully toward all that you desire. Gratitude is not just a feeling. It is the key that unlocks the door to endless abundance. Release control and trust, because the more tightly you try to hold on to life, the heavier it feels. Control comes from fear, the fear that if you do not manage every detail, something will go wrong or that life will not give you what you need. Yet the truth is, the universe already knows the perfect timing, the perfect path, and the perfect way for your blessings to reach you. When you release the grip of control, you step into a flow that is wiser and more powerful than anything your mind could ever force. Think of a river. The water does not struggle to find its way. It simply moves, winding around rocks, flowing past obstacles, and carving new paths when necessary. It never questions whether it will reach the ocean. It simply trusts the natural current that carries it. You are meant to live in the same way. When you let go of trying to dictate every step, life has space to guide you, and miracles have room to unfold. Control often comes from the need to protect yourself from disappointment. You may believe that if you plan perfectly, if you prepare for every outcome, then you will avoid pain. But in truth, over-controlling only creates tension, frustration, and exhaustion. It closes your heart to possibilities you cannot yet imagine. It locks you into rigid patterns and prevents the magic of the unexpected. The moment you soften, the moment you surrender, the universe begins to surprise you with solutions you could never have designed on your own. Trust is not passive. It does not mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means doing your part with love and dedication, then allowing life to do its part. It is the balance of inspired action and graceful surrender. You take steps forward, but you do not obsess over the outcome. You plant seeds, but you do not dig them up every day to see if they are growing. You trust that the soil, the sun, and the rain are doing their work, even when you cannot see it. There is freedom in trust. When you release control, you release the burden of trying to be responsible for everything. You no longer carry the impossible weight of making life happen through force. Instead, you live lightly, knowing you are supported by something greater. You trust that the right people, the right opportunities, and the right answers will appear at the right time. You stop chasing and start receiving. So much of life is beyond your control anyway. You cannot control how others behave, how the future unfolds, or how every detail will turn out. But you can control how you respond. You can choose faith over fear, love over resistance, and openness over worry. Trusting does not mean you will never face challenges. It means you believe those challenges will carry hidden blessings, that they will teach you, strengthen you, and prepare you for the very things you desire. Release also requires forgiveness of yourself, of others, of the past. As long as you hold tightly to anger, regret, or old pain, you are still trying to control what cannot be changed. When you forgive, you let go. You create space for peace to enter. You trust that what happened has already served its purpose, and you no longer need to carry it with you. Forgiveness is one of the deepest acts of surrender, and it opens the heart to healing. Trust is built through practice. At first, your mind will resist. It will want to know the plan, to see the outcome, to have guarantees. But every time you let go just a little and life shows you that you are safe, your trust grows stronger. Every time you allow something to unfold naturally and it works out better than you expected, you gain more faith. Over time, trust becomes your natural state, and control begins to fade away. Imagine the peace you would feel if you no longer had to force life. Imagine waking each day with the knowing that everything is unfolding for your highest good. Imagine releasing the anxiety of what if and replacing it with even if. Even if things don't go exactly as planned, I will be okay. Even if life shifts direction, I trust it will lead me somewhere beautiful. This is the freedom that comes with releasing control and trusting the process. When you live with trust, you align yourself with divine timing. Sometimes delays are protection. Sometimes endings are beginnings. Sometimes detours are the fastest path. You cannot always see the bigger picture, but the universe can. And when you relax into that knowing, you allow miracles to slip in quietly, without struggle, without resistance, without force. So breathe deeply and whisper to yourself, I do not need to control everything. I am supported. I am guided. I trust the process of life. And as you release the weight of control, you will feel lighter, freer, and more open to receive the blessings already on their way to you. Love is the highest frequency, and when you choose to live in love, everything in your life begins to transform. Love is not only about romance or relationships, it is the very essence of life itself. It is the vibration that connects you, the universe, to others, and to your own soul. When you align with love, you rise above fear, anger, and limitation. You step into a state of being where miracles flow easily, where abundance finds you, and where healing naturally occurs. Love is the purest and most powerful energy you can carry, so many people misunderstand love, thinking it is something to chase, something to earn, or something to wait for from others. But love begins within. It is already inside of you, waiting to be acknowledged and expressed. When you treat yourself with kindness, when you forgive your own mistakes, when you speak to yourself with compassion, you are vibrating in love. This inner love then radiates outward, attracting experiences and people that reflect the love you already hold within. The world becomes a mirror, and when love is what you send out, love is what comes back. Fear, judgment, and resentment all operate on lower frequencies. They weigh you down and keep you trapped in cycles of pain. But the moment you choose love over fear, the moment you choose forgiveness over bitterness, your vibration rises, and with it, your reality changes. Love dissolves negativity. It is like light entering a dark room. The darkness has no choice but to disappear. You cannot fight darkness with more darkness. You can only bring in light. Love is that light, and when you hold it, nothing can overpower it. Love is also the key to healing. Your body responds to the thoughts and feelings you feed it. When you fill yourself with anger, self-criticism, or hatred, your body carries that weight, often showing it through illness, fatigue, or pain. But when you choose to love yourself, to honor your body, to speak words of kindness and gratitude toward it, you send healing energy into every cell. Love restores balance, peace, and wholeness. It is medicine for the soul, and it begins with the simple choice to be gentle with yourself. When you extend love to others, you shift not only your world, but theirs as well. A smile, a kind word, a moment of patience, these acts of love ripple outward, touching lives you may never even realize. You do not need to fix everyone's problems or carry their burdens. Simply being present with an open heart is enough. Love is contagious, and when you live in it, others are inspired to rise to that same vibration. In this way, your love becomes a gift to the world. It is important to remember that love is not weakness. To love does not mean to accept mistreatment or to stay in places that harm you. True love includes boundaries, because love honors the self as much as it honors others. When you love yourself enough to walk away from what is toxic, when you love yourself enough to demand respect, you affirm that you are worthy of the highest frequency. Love empowers you. It does not diminish you. Living in love also means being open to the unexpected ways life blesses you. Sometimes love comes as joy, sometimes as laughter, sometimes as peace. Sometimes it is the gentle silence of a sunrise or the comfort of knowing you are not alone. Love is always present, but you must choose to notice it. You must pause long enough to see the beauty in the moment, to appreciate the kindness in small gestures, to feel the connection that exists between all living things. The more you look for love, the more you find it, and the more it expands in your life. Love is the frequency of creation. Every dream, every manifestation, every miracle grows more easily in the soil of love. When you imagine your desires with love instead of desperation, when you trust that life will bring you what is for your highest good, you create from a place of harmony. The universe responds to the energy you hold, and love is the most magnetic energy of all. It draws to you what aligns with joy, peace, and abundance, and it repels what does not serve your growth. So let your life be guided by love. Speak words that carry love. Think thoughts that nurture love. Act in ways that express love. Begin with yourself and allow that love to expand outward, touching everyone and everything around you. Each time you choose love over fear, over doubt, over anger, you rise higher into the frequency where miracles live. Whisper to yourself, I am love. I am worthy of love. I give love freely, and I receive love with ease. Let these words become your truth, and watch how your world shifts. Love is the highest frequency, and when you live in it, you are living in alignment with the very heartbeat of the universe. Everything else falls into place, because love is the source, the answer, and the power that changes everything. Expect the unexpected, because life has a way of surprising you when you least anticipate it. Miracles rarely arrive in the neat, predictable package your mind imagines. They come in ways that defy logic, in moments that catch you off guard, and through doors you never thought to open. When you live in expectation of the unexpected, you stay open to the vast creativity of the universe, and you allow blessings to reach you in forms greater than anything you could have planned. So often, people block their own miracles because they insist on deciding how and when their blessings must come. They pray for abundance but demand it through one specific path. They desire love but refuse to see it unless it matches their exact image. They look for healing but overlook the subtle shifts that are already happening. The universe is not limited by your imagination. It is infinitely more resourceful. By expecting the unexpected, you release the rigid picture in your mind and open yourself to something far better. Think about the times in your life when something wonderful happened out of nowhere. Perhaps you met a friend who changed your life in a chance encounter. Maybe an opportunity appeared just when you thought the door had closed. Perhaps money showed up when you needed it most, or healing began when you had given up hope. These moments remind you that you are not alone in your journey. They remind you that unseen forces are always at work, weaving together the right people, the right timing, and the right circumstances to bring about your highest good. Living with the expectation of the unexpected requires trust. It is about knowing that even if things do not look the way you imagined, they are still unfolding in your favor. It is about releasing the need to control every detail and instead staying open, curious, and receptive. This openness is what allows life to surprise you. Closed hands cannot receive gifts. A closed heart cannot recognize miracles. But when your hands and your heart are open, blessings can flow to you freely. The unexpected often comes disguised. At first, it may not look like a blessing at all. A closed door may feel painful, but it could be guiding you toward a far greater opportunity. A delay may frustrate you, but it may be protecting you from something not meant for you. An ending may feel like loss, but it may be the very beginning of the life you were meant to live. When you expect the unexpected, you begin to trust that every twist and turn carries purpose, even if you cannot see it yet. Miracles thrive in surprise. If everything unfolded exactly as you planned, life would feel predictable and limited. But when the unexpected happens, you are reminded of the mystery and magic of existence. You realize that you are part of something much larger than yourself, something intelligent and loving that is always working behind the scenes. The unexpected is often life's way of saying, there is more for you than you have imagined. Stay open. Stay ready. Something greater is coming. To expect the unexpected is also to cultivate wonder. Children live this way naturally, open to every possibility, excited by the unknown. They do not demand to know how everything will work. They simply trust that life is full of discovery. As adults, many forget this innocence and become rigid, insisting on certainty. But when you return to a childlike openness, life begins to sparkle again. The unexpected becomes joyful instead of frightening, and every day carries the potential for magic. Expecting the unexpected does not mean living without direction or clarity. It means setting your intentions clearly, but allowing the universe to surprise you with the details. You may know that you desire love, abundance, or healing, but you do not have to know how it will come. Your job is to hold the vision, to keep your vibration high, and to trust that the universe will deliver in ways beyond your imagination. This partnership between your intention and the universe's creativity is what makes miracles possible. Each day, remind yourself that something beautiful could happen at any moment. Wake up with the expectation that the universe has gifts waiting for you. Approach life with the mindset that blessings are on their way, even if you do not yet see them. This energy of readiness is magnetic. It draws opportunities, connections, and solutions toward you. Life responds to your openness, and when you expect the unexpected, you give the universe permission to work wonders in your life. So release your need to control the how, the when, and the where. Open your heart to surprises. Allow yourself to be guided by faith rather than fear. Whisper to yourself, I am ready for miracles. I am open to blessings. I expect the unexpected. And then watch as life begins to astonish you with its generosity. For when you truly expect the unexpected, you live in alignment with the truth that miracles are not rare. They are the natural language of a universe that loves you,